Other ways that I've been wasting time this week, I wasted a lot because I was super sick for like 10 days. So I watched Beauty, got all caught up to the latest episode, which is the latest Ryan Murphy ridiculous show.
Oh, the one with
And,
Ashton Kutcher?
Yes, yeah. I realized, he's a terrible actor. It's really not good. It's not.
He peaked at Dude, Where's My Car for you?
I mean, I feel like I appreciate that he has a message and he's consistent with it, which is like, you need to care about something other than how someone looks. Like he gave like a big speech at the MTV something or People's Choice or some, I don't know, some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
And now he's starring in the show, right? So like, all about how it's terrible. But I find it very existentially hilarious that while I'm watching a show about people who will give anything to be beautiful, I'm getting ads for like aura rings to like help you live forever and row to help you lose weight and whatever the one is for the hair loss, Nutrafol. Like,
did you see the one for like bulging eye disorder?
What? No.
There's a medication now for bulging eye disorder or something. Yeah.
Is that a problem? People having bulging eyes?
I mean, I guess it's like a Steve Buscemi type situation, maybe. I don't know. Or if it's like your eyes start growing and they pop out of your head. I didn't really do research, but
maybe if you like lose too much weight on a GLP-1, then your eyes bulge.
Because your eyes don't like lose weight as fast or something. Like, they have to resize.
Like the downstream revenue of like the GLP-1s. It's like fixing all the problems that the GLP-1s create. Awesome.
Hello and welcome to the I Love You Bet podcast. I'm Heather and this is my sister,
Ryan. Each week, we will revisit relics of our childhoods using our multiple master's degrees
to critically evaluate the crap that consumed our misspent youth. So join us,
sisters, latchkey kids, cuspers, and lazy feminists as we look back at our past to say, I love you, but...
And I started watching the second season of The Night Manager, which I've been reluctant to do because, for one, I had to have time on my own to watch TV, which has been problematic for me recently. And because I don't want anyone named Eddie or Elaine to ruin the show for me. And because I knew it was going to be very sexy based on illness. And like, I still am very concerned because I love Tom Hiddleston and I think he's a very fine actor. And he's just one of those people that, God love him, he's just straight. He is. I mean, I think he really doesn't want to be. He'd be really fine if he were queer in any way at all. Yeah. But he's not. He just doesn't, like, there's that really adorable picture where, like, Chris Hemsworth and Taika are, like, all curled up in the bed and, like, have naturally fallen asleep together, like, during between takes, and they're sleepy. And then, like, here comes little Tom Hiddleston, like, sneaking in, like, yeah, me too. And it's like, you can tell the way he's holding his body and everything is just so fake. And it's like, it's like, it's the thing he can't do. And so I'm like, it's like David Tennant in an American accent. Like, it's like, just know where your limits are and just don't do, like, just don't. Like you're really good at all these other things. You don't have to try to push past your limits.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to be good at everything. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I was really impressed with the end of the second episode where, like, you can't really tell how much is, like, real and how much he's acting. And, like, it's really, really good. Like, it's really this beautiful, like, tender, he's really vulnerable and, like, just really good. And then I know in, like, the third episode, that's when, like, the seduction begins. And I'm like, I'm so worried about it. So worried that I'm not going to believe it. And
it's like the opposite of heated rivalry. Like, the sexy isn't sexy, but the acting's actually good and the story's good.
Yes. Yeah. It is like that. So, and again, let me be very clear. It is not that I have a problem with any people who are consenting adults touching each other. I find it to be very sexy when it's sexy.
Yes.
But I just can't. It hurts to see bad acting. So it's really, really bad. And speaking of sexiness, do you know what my favorite part of the Olympics news is every time it comes around?
I have no idea.
The rampant horniness of the Olympic Village and all those athletes.
Yes, I forgot. Yes, I saw what you posted with the condoms. Yeah.
Yeah, so they ran out of condoms right away. But then somebody did the math and they were like, well, it's only like 3 condoms each. And if they keep one for a souvenir, let's math this out. This is great. And then I learned it like when they were, I don't know, they were somewhere else before and they were worried about the construction of the beds and the beds not being strong enough.
Well, that might have been also because, like, was it like China when it was like, here's your bed made of cardboard? Like,
yes, yeah, it was China.
Yeah. So it might have been like some residual, like initial, not just, is this going to hold up to all our fucking that we planned?
No, I'm talking about when it was in China.
Oh, okay. I thought this was related to all the sex they were having. Like, is this going to hold up to the rampant wild sex they're having or something?
Yeah, I mean they're like elite athletes, right? And they're all really strong. So I mean, not curling or whatever. Like I don't know, some of those are not elite athletes.
Watch out for the curling haters comments we're gonna get, or the curl. Yeah.
Oh no, I found out something about curling. Apparently, so took Eddie into the cool barbershop and they had the Olympics on. So I was asking Eel about it. And they were like, yeah, I just like having something on because it distracts me. I was like, yeah, I don't really dig on the Winter Olympics because it's like the price for entry is too high for all of these sports. And so do you know about curling? Like it's some specific.
I mean like the price of entry because it's like you have to like withstand the cold, or like they have to pay more than the Summer Olympics?
No, like skiing is very expensive. And having access to an ice rink is.
Yeah. I mean, even just like the clothing that you need, like to do anything in the outdoor cold. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you live
like running, you just got to run. You don't have to like invest a whole bunch of money in equipment and things. Okay. Got it.
And then Eel was telling me about curling, and like it's this very specific type of rock that you have to have that's very expensive and they break, so like you can buy one and it's thousands of dollars to have the right kind of rock that's in the center of your curling thing and all. And I was like, there's a rock in it apparently, and it's a very expensive rock.
Like an actual rock, not like a man-made rock.
No, it's an actual rock.
But it's like a rock that they've like tumbled into the correct shape or something, right?
I did zero further research on this topic.
I'm like, is it limestone? Is it agate? What is this rock made of? I'm very curious now. I've never been curious about curling before.
Granite? ? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Speaking of barbers, the other thing I wasted time on was I got a haircut. So you can see it's shorter.
Yes.
And I've actually been wearing it down more. Normally it's just pulled back in that ponytail.
Like mine.
And I have noticed that more people are opening doors for me now. Like it's literally doors are opening for me. And I've taken full advantage of this by making it incredibly awkward all of the time, because either I'm by myself and I'm in a hurry, and then I notice like there's all these other people around me. So then like they're opening doors and then I'm opening doors and then everybody's opening doors and it's super awkward. Or I've got like Eddie behind me. So like they're trying to open the door for me and then he's little duck walking behind me, taking forever. So I'm like looking at him and looking back at the person and looking at him and looking back at the person. It's like I can't even enjoy the like advantage of my loveliness or whatever is happening. It's like, a good thing is happening. Oh, let's find a way to make it awkward. Okay, I'll do that immediately. Great. Awesome.
Do you think that they open doors more for you now with your haircut than maybe like back when you had to use like a cane, like when you were having like right after you had surgery and like had to use like a cane or a walker and things like that?
I would say that it's probably the same amount of doors opening, but it is very different in the way that they're opened.
Yeah. They're like smiling at you while they open them now, where before it was like, oh, like,
well, just like there's no pity in look now.
Yeah.
Like there's no like,
well, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't know. Well, I was at Michael's last night and this dude made his son open the door for me. He's like, oh, And I wasn't really moving that slow and I didn't have a cane or anything. So I'm not sure what that was about. If it's just like a she's a woman thing.
Sure, it was just chivalry bullshit.
Yeah. So they were, I don't know. I wonder how he felt when he like, when I maybe turned and if he saw my shirt that said like, drink water, love all, fight racism. So, but maybe that's why he had his son open the door for me. But I don't know.
You were wearing a shirt that said fuck chivalry, and he was like, oh no.
Yeah. That's the next shirt I'm going to get. I have decided that I think part of my like teacher wardrobe staple is going to be just bold statement t-shirts with like
I like it.
slacks and cardigans or jackets or something like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Taking some time to make sure that you're purchasing from
Yes. So that one that I was wearing
businesses.
yesterday was from a Black female-owned company called Mahogany Mommies or Mahogany Mommy. I just bought two from a company that is also Black female-owned called God Ain't Petty, But I Am. And so I know, isn't that amazing? So I bought one that said, pray for me, I'm petty. And then I bought one that says wisdom and shade, because that's like absolutely who I am as a teacher. Like I will give you my wisdom, but I will also throw so much shade at you for being a dumbass teenager. But yeah, no, I do make sure that I buy them from, and then so there's one, so Mahogany Mommies like doesn't have a lot of very large, like larger sizes. Like some things go up to 4X. There's no 5X, which is what I really need. So, and I've kind of reached out, so maybe they'll, but in the meantime, so they have one that I really, really like that says it's the whole no one's illegal on stolen land, but then they've added built by stolen hands. So it's like a twofer.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to make one at the library, but I'm going to like put their logo on it. So it'll be like, even though I didn't give you money for this, I'm still repping that this was your intellectual property.
Right.
Yeah, because they also have another one that says it's like due to not wanting to, I will not, or something. So I like that one a lot too.
Nice.
That's one thing I've done with my recent extra income. Sorry, how else did you waste time? I interject.
Those are the sharp, tight anecdotes that I made available for how I wasted time. What you got?
Oh, that was a very okay. So one way that I wasted time, she's back on her Plarn bullshit.
Oh boy, the Plarn has come back. Oh shit.
So I picked these up when I was at Michael's last night, the giant wooden needles, and now I'm trying to knit Plarn, see what that's like. We'll see where that goes. Cool. So that's one way that I've wasted time. Let's see. So one day this week, I had to waste time by leaving work early to go get Elliot, who went to the nurse's office with a tummy ache. And he wasn't actually sick at all. Like his tummy did hurt, but we discovered through conversation that it was anxiety. So we got to spend a lovely afternoon sitting out on the front porch because it was like 60 something degrees. And while we were out there, the neighbor was also outside enjoying, the neighbor across the street was outside enjoying the lovely afternoon. And at one point he comes out and Elliot's brushing our cat Cricket, and Elliot's like, hi, mister. The guy's like talking to us. And basically we find out that the people across the street thought that Cricket, our cat, was homeless and had been letting him in their house and feeding him and petting him, and were making plans to basically adopt him, take him and see if he had a microchip and all of that, and adopt him. And I was like, no, he's ours. The guy was like, oh, I'm glad that other people, well, also they thought he was a girl, but like, I'm glad other people are giving her love and attention. I'm like, yeah, he's our cat. So that was fun. So basically Cricket is like one of those shady ass dudes that you find out had like a whole secret family in another state. Right. So that was fun to do. Let's see. Oh, yesterday was fun. Yesterday was a lot of like wasted time in that, like, it was like unburdened me time, which was really fun. So like I went to brunch with some friends, which was great. And then I went with my friend Emily, who I see like maybe 3 or 4 times a year. And we went to get the Ionic Foot Detox.
Oh, cool.
And she'd never done it. And I get there and she's like, I have no idea what's happening. And I was like, oh, you didn't like Google? And she's like, no. So she had absolutely no idea what it was we were doing. And so the woman was like, wow, you really trust her. And she's like, I was like, only so far. We know each other too well for her to trust me too much. So that was really fun because like we get in and like we're our feet and like all this shit's coming out of into her water. And she's like, this is disgusting. And like, what is happening? Because like my water wasn't nearly as, because like I had one with y'all in December.
Yeah.
And she's like, what is going on like this? She's like, I might throw up. I was like, do you need to put like a towel over your bucket? Like, are you going to be okay? But yeah, so she was just like freaking out. So I was like, well, let me find my pictures of the first time I did it. Just so you know, like this is normal, right? So I find the pictures and I'm showing her like the first one that I took like at the beginning, because I took like a few and I swiped the wrong direction. And the picture before it was like a picture of like homemade pesto that I had made. So I swipe it. She's like, what is the green? Like, oh my God. I was like, girl, that's pesto. Like, calm the fuck down.
It's my flip pesto.
That's a pesto that came out of I took all the stuff that came out of the water and I filtered it out and I made pesto with it. Because like kombucha, for like when brewers get yeast out of their beards and brew beer out of it. Like, yeah, no, that's a thing that happened. Anyways, we were like dying laughing. We were having a great time. Like, I kept thinking they were going to come over and like tell us to be quiet because it's like a salt cave place. And so it's like, oh, but no, they were very happy with us and stuff. So then afterwards, I got there and I was just like absolutely being me, being like, okay, I need a bench. Can you put, and she's putting the bench in one place because they have these chairs that are like very low to the ground. And she remembered, right? And so she's put this one place. I'm like, actually, can we put it over there so I can like lean my back and like so basically just like being like a massive inconvenience by doing what I need, right? To be comfortable and whatever. And she's like laughing at me. And I was like, I mean, I had 2 Bloody Marys, so you think I don't care. And she's like, oh, well, I was going to see if you wanted to go get a Bloody Mary after this, but I guess you don't. And I was like, who said that? Like, nobody said that. So we leave and she's like, well, where do you want to go? And I was like, there's like this bar that has plants that I'd wanted. And she's like, oh yeah, this place, Willow. So we go over there. And I was like, am I going to hate this place? And she's like, I don't know. What do you hate now these days? Like, we walk in and there's like all these plants.
Listening to the, wait a minute. Is Emily not listening to the podcast? Because that's a really easy way to keep track of what you hate these days.
Is not a phone person. Like, she just never has her phone around her. So like, she likes
anything with an internet connection can play a podcast.
What I mean, like, she's not a technology, like she's very unplugged, right? So I will encourage her to listen to our podcast. No, she's like the person that gets on and like likes all my Instagram posts from like the last month, like all in one day or something. But yeah, so we walk in, there's like all these plants everywhere and it's beautiful and there's all this wicker furniture. And I'm like, okay. And then there's a fucking piano that no one's playing.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, I hate that. And then they had like a wellness bar and all this stuff. So they had magnifying glasses up at the bar, like really fancy magnifying glasses for you to like be able to read the menu. I don't understand. So that was really fun. And then I went and had a consult for a new tattoo that I'm going to get.
Okay.
So that was fun. And he was lovely. It was a hipster place, like the hipster barber, but it was like a hipster tattoo shop. And he was absolutely delightful. So I've got that scheduled. And I've been playing with my new Skylight calendar that came yesterday because I'm like super fucking excited about it. And we'll stop there.
Okay. Awesome. Would you like to hear the review that I wrote in 2004 on my blog about I Heart Huckabees?
I would like to know how you accessed your blog from 2004.
They sent me an email last year and they were like, hey, happy 10th anniversary. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go read this bullshit. So it was,
is this Live Journal? What is this?
No, I'm not going to say what it is. So I went back. They were such a dork. So It was like 2 years post graduation. So I was very much like into my film bullshit at the time.
Okay.
You will remember that you and I were hanging out and watching lots of movies together. So it says, yesterday, I rated it 4.5 stars. I have also taken all of the reviews that I posted in that blog and transferred them to Letterboxd. So if anybody is interested in my thoughts and feelings for 2004, for a very limited amount of time, I saw a lot of movies during that time. I say, yesterday, Josh, Ryan, and I met Monique to see I Heart Huckabees. Again, yes. I can't decide if it's my favorite film of the year, but I know that I sort of love it.
Oh, is that
That's
it? That's it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's it. I was like, did you see me like waiting? Like I was concentrating. I expected more. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to hear Mom's review of this movie from watching it with you the other day?
She told me afterward that it left her feeling flat.
Yes. And then rewatch it. So I talked to her before I rewatched it, and I didn't remember a whole lot about the like plot. And so then when I watched it, I was like, well, that makes a lot of fucking sense, her review. So I really have two kind of hot takes for Mom. So I have, it just didn't emotionally engage me. And it's, there was too many scenes. It was trying too hard to be, was strange, and it was just doing too many things.
Okay.
So, not to like get ahead of us, but when Isabelle Huppert talks about the Albert being like abandoned by emotional indifference, I was like, or orphaned by indifference. I think Mom was abandoned by indifference, and that's why she can't deal with emotions. And so it's like, okay, like what does emotionally engage you, lady? Like, also, we know you read the New Yorker.
Yeah. No, other things I remembered my call hour. I remember a lot of the quotes, but she said Fuckabees is one of my favorites.
Oh my God. Fuckabee. I had like, she says Fuckabees. Yeah.
The whole controversy with Lily Tomlin and David O. Russell yelling at each other, and like basically when they asked her about it later, she was like, "I roll, get over it." Yes. I also have sort of a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon with this, because Renaud, my wonderful friend who lives in New Zealand now, was at NYU with the writer. And then I don't know if you know, but the writer was married to Aubrey Plaza, and he's the one who ended his life.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I didn't do any research because I figured you would have all the intel on this.
So that was interesting. I didn't follow up with Renaud after that happened, but I know that she did not enjoy this man.
I can tell from rewatching this movie. I don't think that he would be the type of person that I would enjoy.
Well, and then I wanted to point out that we have our own coincidence with this movie, since this movie is all about exploring coincidence.
Yeah.
You realize that this movie is based around a family of autograph hounds.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to ask if that was the coincidence. So I didn't remember that part, but like I do remember I was going to talk about going and getting Lily Tomlin's autograph.
Yes. Yeah. So Lily Tomlin is one of the stars of this film. The film hinges, the plot ostensibly from what it is, hinges on this family of autograph hounds. And Ryan and I were once friends with an autograph hound. And the one time we celebrity chased with him, we hounded someone for an autograph. It was Lily Tomlin. Tell the story, Ryan.
Well, I think that we went because so he was going to go anyways because he's an autograph or hound, whatever.
Yes.
And was very proud. Who was it? Do you remember who it was who's like he'd gotten their autograph multiple times and was like really proud of? Damn. Okay. I wish I could remember. But anyways, and this is when I was living.
Somebody really boring like Kevin Costner or somebody like that.
Oh yeah, it was somebody like super boring. maybe it's like
Yeah.
Robert De Niro, or no, he had a story about Robert De Niro. But anyways, so but I was living with Josh then, right? Like, was this one maybe Josh and I were like that short period
Sounds
of time?
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so so she was performing in Fort Worth. And of course, we didn't actually buy tickets. We just like went and waited at the back door so that you could get an autograph, which I like still kind of have a slight problem with. But anyways, I guess if you're not
That's what an autograph hound does, right, Davis?
I don't understand. I do not understand autograph.
We were in it for the experience.
We were in it for the experience, definitely. Josh was in it because he loved 9 to 5 and
Yes.
like wanted to meet her because of 9 to 5. And do you remember he did the little dance? Like when she said, he was like 9 to 5 and like did a little shimmy dance when he met her, got her signature.
And gay boys. Aw.
You know, I hope wherever Josh is that he is doing really, really well. Like I
Yes,
really
we wish you well, Josh.
We do wish you well, Josh. The other guy, the autograph hound, I hope you're not miserable. But I remember like Lily Tomlin was so like I remember being shocked at how small stature she is. Like
Yes.
so that was and I remember it was cold and she was like, I have to step back inside. But she was so kind. Like she was so kind. She signed everyone's stuff. I mean, there weren't like a ton of people, but I know that I had her sign this, and I don't even know, you must have gotten them, and I don't know where you got them from. Did you order them online, maybe? The like multiple sticker, like
So yeah, this movie had great swag.
yeah.
Like it had a lot of great swag. I think I got all that stuff from the Angelica or wherever it was showing. Like I think they just had it out. in the
maybe
lobby.
you did. Maybe so. Because I had multiples, right? So I have the one that she autographed, which I'm going to try to dig out of my like what I called yesterday my pre-Elliot memories. Because Elliot was like, "What's in there?" And it was like, "My life before you." So I'm going to try to dig that out. So if you want to post a picture of it, but they were all stickers, right? Like tiny little stickers of like the cover, I guess the poster, the promotional poster, with all their different
Yes.
little pictures and things. And so the second one I turned into like refrigerator magnets that we had on our refrigerator. I still have them in a drawer, I believe, but they're kind of faded. So, but yeah, so that was like a fun memory. Do you want to talk about what else I remember?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Lily Tomlin diving into the back of that car.
Yes.
Because I remember asking her, like, was that you or was that a stunt person? I don't remember what she said. I think she said it was her. Maybe. I don't remember. I'm going to say it was her. I remember the amazing soundtrack. Because, like I said on our last little episode, I've been listening to it. I don't think I ever understood the plot necessarily, or maybe I understood it while I was watching it, but it didn't leave any kind of a lasting impact on me. Of course, I remember Fuckabees, and then I remember like somebody running through the hallways. So like right at the beginning with Jason Schwartzman.
You know what I forgot about?
What?
The poems.
Yeah, and I forgot McCullough Hour. And I loved
Oh,
McCullough
girl,
Hour.
I remember McCullough Hour so much. I wrote it down, remember? And then apparently later I was like, make sure you write it down again. So I did that bullshit again.
And Drink Shaker, McCullough Hour. Because I'm pretty sure I was like, we need to start having McCullough Hour.
Yeah, Monique said we should definitely start. We never have one, but it's too
No, we
late.
did not.
Bring back
Yeah.
McCullough Hour.
You rock.
Rock. Yeah, those poems. I do think that I might also need what?
Did it take you back to Seeking the Muse, the days of Seeking the Muse?
No, because we didn't write bad poetry.
No, Seeking the Muse, not Seeking Abuse.
Oh, the actual literary magazine.
The actual literary magazine and high school.
Very
post.
selective in my reading of our literary magazine. Like basically, I would be like, "Do I know this person? Yes, I'll read their thing." Otherwise, it did not bother. And I try not to read poetry written by teenagers. I do know that there was a time where we got kicked off of Ryan High School property because we were bored on a Saturday night because we were teenagers and we didn't drink and there wasn't any internet. And so we drove up there and we wrote a bunch of really bad poetry. And then we found some rocks and we were stoning our bad poetry. And then I think somebody was like, we should light it on fire. At which point, someone in the law enforcement arena stepped in and was like, yeah, y'all can't go. This is private property. But of course, then we got into an argument with him and we were like, no, sir, this is not public property.
Do you remember?
It's public property.
Do you remember who all did the different things and you're just not saying their names to protect them, their anonymity?
The only people I remember, I know Lacey was there, and I know Josh was there, and I was there, but I don't know.
Oh,
Andrew,
okay.
I might have been there. I don't know who else. Maybe Rachel.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
It was fun.
Yeah. But it's so easy for poetry to be bad and so difficult for poetry to be good, in my opinion.
Yes, yeah. When it's good, it's transcendent. It's beautiful, but it is really easy to make very bad poetry. And I quite enjoy making fun of things that are not very good. So that's great. I might need the key to my entire reality. I feel like maybe that would help me
You need a
feel
blanket.
a little bit better
You
these
need
days.
the blanket.
The blanket I understood. I mean, this is so one of the meta thoughts I had about this was that I really don't care how problematic it is. I still love this chaotic existential comedy. I do. Now,
Yeah.
do I wish it were a little bit shorter? Yes. I feel like toward the end, because like literally at one point I wrote like not me giggling insanely. Like I just kept giggling at everything because it all made me giggle. Like it just made me laugh and it made me so gleeful and happy. And then it's like, oh, now we actually have to like resolve the plot. And it's like, can you not keep up the screwball energy?
The like little like the quips, right? The like lines,
Yes.
those made me giggle, right? Regardless of who they were coming from, right? There were like these instances that made me giggle, but like young white men in this movie, those characters, and eat a goddamn dick. Like I have no interest in mediocre white men who just don't understand and aren't happy and don't like their lives and need answers and need to prove things and are jealous of each other and what the fuck ever. Like absolutely no energy, time, or interest in watching any of that. Like,
the redhead in this movie was amazing.
The what?
Like that whole time, the redhead who's trying to like force Lily Tomlin to get out.
Oh my God, yes.
Shania has no song for you.
No song for you. Yes. Like those little, like, yes. The women in this movie, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right? Dustin Hoffman, great. Everyone else, and I mean, what Mark Wahlberg was also very good, right? And I completely forgot he was in this movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Because there was like this brief period where he was like a cool guy.
Yeah.
Where it was like, he was like Marky Mark, underwear model, then suddenly randomly cool guy actor.
Yeah.
And then now he's gone over to like psycho Catholic. Like,
yeah.
Dude, go back.
Yeah.
Go back. I don't like your art. Like, go back to the part where you were the cool actor guy. Like, I like that part. I don't like this crazy Catholic. That's it's too Catholic. Calm down. You don't need to be that Catholic. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, no, I just all of that. Just a line. You don't plant a tree in a parking lot. And like multiple times where like the little side characters were like, you're making my job harder. Now you're gonna make my job harder. It's like all of that.
No.
Yeah. Like when he tried to get
that.
When he tried to valet his bike or something, and then also the security guard. What? Yeah, treat it like a car. It's not a car. This is my job. Like, yeah. I did like the statement. Like, I love the idea of how do we get to where everything you could ever want, and B, you already have an R. I think I might be dismantling.
Are you?
Through EMDR. Like, I think I'm dismantling through EMDR, and I'm really glad she hasn't gotten out a blanket.
Well, because somebody wrote about this and they said that it's actually like, for what it is, David O. Russell is actually very emotionally astute. Like, he's surprisingly emotionally astute, which I think is what anchors the movie. Like, because the whole thing where it's like, where Brad Pitt, or not Brad Pitt, oh my God, where Jude Law is planting garbage, because his name is Brad in the movie, right?
Oh my God, yes. Yes.
They're like, he's planting garbage. This fucking guy. And it's like he doesn't have enough in his life. He has to take over this shitty little coalition. Like, Brad, calm down. Like, you don't need to be doing that. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Is David O. Russell the one that had the movies with the frogs falling out of the sky, or is that Paul Thomas Anderson?
That's Paul Thomas Anderson.
Okay,
Yeah.
The other weirdo.
But there's like, all of these directors, including Sofia Coppola, are like part of a group of, I can't remember what they call them, the Irregulars or something, where it's like this group of with the time young American directors who were kind of like confronting what reality meant. What is your face?
Sorry. Just the privilege of being able to like use art to confront what reality is. Sorry.
What else are we supposed to use to confront reality? Reality?
It's fine. Go ahead. Continue.
I mean, I think the privilege to have the time to confront reality is something, but
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
what's wrong with using art to do it? Write
No,
some poems about it.
fine.
You'll feel better.
I hate the rich.
Can we talk about... So David O. Russell actually in his past was a union guy and did like this kind of work with unions. So,
Good. Good for him. Okay. I don't hate him then.
okay, calm
I
down.
think I hate Sophia Coppola. I think that's where that was coming.
She's an Echo baby. It's hard.
Sorry. Cool. Good. Yay.
Try
It
not
did
to hate women
resonate
so
with
much.
me since I am part of multiple, like a coalition and a union. There's a lot that
We talk about Lily Tomlin's fucking cape and how amazing it and the rest of her wardrobe was. Like,
the cape with the cutout, like the chest cutout,
yes.
it was like a little bit of cleavage. I'm like, is this the only time Lily Tomlin's ever shown cleavage in a movie? I would be interested.
I don't know.
I don't
that
know.
cape was amazing.
Yeah, I know. That, yeah, all of her outfits. And then Dustin Hoffman's car, that sexy little car.
Yeah.
Yeah, their whole, because this was also when we were going through our whole mod phase, right? When we were like obsessed with mod,
Yeah.
which we still are, but not as much. So I think that like appealed to us too. So I wanted to ask you, what are
Mhm.
your thoughts on those like sensory deprivation float tanks? Like, would you do one? Are you interested? Do you think you would freak the fuck out?
I think I would freak out. And I think getting hit in the face and not thinking sounds way better. Like, not thinking sounds awesome. I would love to do that.
Yeah. Like, I feel like 4 months ago, or 6 months ago, whatever, the thought of it, I was like, oh God, no, like in a closed, dark thing floating, and no, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
But now I'm kind of like, I think I'd be kind of into it. I asked my friends at brunch yesterday, and one of them was like, no, I cannot be left alone with my thoughts. So that friend's also never done any kind of therapy at all. So, and I was
Oh,
talking a little bit about EMDR. I was like, not for you. You don't get to do EMDR yet. Like, you have to do other therapy first. You would hit yourself. Do I need to get a rubber ball for when you come visit and we can just whack each other in the face with it? Because I think it might help with some other things too between us.
stop and say that we did.
Fair
Because
enough.
we're not in Infinity, we're in the suburbs.
Fair
I think
enough.
that the scene where he goes and he visits the quote unquote African guy's family, like that scene is so good because it starts off and you're like, oh, well, they're going to be like cool Christians, like whatever. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And it just devolves.
Yes. And also, fucking Jonah Hill.
I know, Jonah Hill, there he is.
I was like, oh,
Nothing and Gene Swartz saying everything or whichever one it is. And they're
Yeah.
both saying nothing and everything at the same time. It's so good.
that scene was awesome. Yes. Like when they're like, when Gene Swartz like, socialism.
But then he starts naming all the cool socialists. That was great too.
Yes,
That was
yeah.
excellent.
Like Teddy Roosevelt, and the now she was like, Teddy Roosevelt was not a socialist. But Mark Wahlberg in that scene was my fucking
Yeah.
hero. Like to deal with people like this now. Like when he throws the bread at the dad, like it is so, like it's so small, but it's just like, oh my God, like absolutely hero, right? The guy, God gave us petroleum. He gave it to us to use. And then also just, I love the like as somebody with like anthropology and like social studies and who sees the connections and everything, like when he turns that argument or like, they're like, we brought a Sudanese refugee into our home. And he's like, well, what happened in Sudan? And what, you know what I mean? Like, how does your consumptive behavior create, like, how did it contribute to what happened in Sudan? Or right, how like, or so like for the argument for now would be like, you don't want people coming here from South and Central American countries, but how has our behavior and our government's behavior and even our individual consumptive behavior for the last however many years created the situations that are causing people to come here. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, and so just like that, like the inability, or not even the inability, but the absolute refusal to think about right now in terms of any time, space, anything other than like right now is just unacceptable. Thank you for coming to my TED. I think they should make a kids show about existential detectives.
That'd be great.
As soon as the phrase existential detectives, I was like, I would totally make Elliot watch that show because he loves detective shows. Like, he loves the things. He said the other day he was watching Magic School Bus, the new one. Who also, Lily Tomlin is in that, the new Magic School Bus. She does the voice at the end of the, like, she's supposedly like the old Miss Frizzle. So like the new one has like a younger Miss Frizzle who's supposedly like her niece or something. But at the end, for like the recap and like questions and stuff, it's the original Miss Frizzle and it's voiced by Lily Tomlin, which is fun. Yeah, so Elliot's watching it and just he's like, I don't know. He's like, do you know why I like watching this show? No idea why. Because I learn things.
Well, that's good.
It's
Not
good.
likes learning things.
I do. Me too.
I would like to say, are you aware of the podcast Less Culturiste
No.
with Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers?
Say it again. Lost.
Culturiste says. So basically, it's like a pop culture podcast,
Okay.
but they've been doing it a long time and they're actually famous and they have real celebrities on it. I'm not telling it for you to do homework. I'm just trying to give context to the thing I'm about to set up this.
Well, I know. I just thought you were telling me like I might enjoy it, but go ahead.
Oh, you might enjoy it. Yes.
That's why I wrote it down.
Okay, great. So anyway, they have Les Filtristas Awards. I think it's every year. And this year they actually like aired them on a network. Like it was like a whole video production and like people were there. But they have really random awards.
Yeah.
So they like gave an award this year for something that happened like 15 years ago or whatever. Like, but they felt like it just still like nobody was thinking about it and needed an award. If I were on Las Culturistas, I would have a random award pop up for times in movies where people talk about famine, hunger, in the funniest fucking way possible. So number one, you've got Raising Arizona.
Went there. I so went there.
He's a bunkmate. And we didn't have crawdads. We ate dirt. You ate dirt. We ate dirt. And second would be in I Heart Huckabees when they bring the woman over to talk about when her village faced famine.
Yes.
And she's singing about it.
Yes.
And then she ends the song by singing bread in the she's like, ah. Her delivery of the word pod is so good. Translation is like, we use locusts to make bread.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 100% went to Raising Arizona with that whole thing and forgot about her entirely.
It was so good.
It was so good.
I'm gonna make that my ringtone for everybody.
I think that's a great award. Maybe if we ever get famous, we can find a way to do a version of that. Like,
just win it. I mean, they can just have it. Boys, you can have it. Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
And people who are writing movies, feel free to find a funny way to sneak a famine story in so that you can win the award, because famine is terrifying. Really worried we're running out of fresh water. Not looking forward to.
Not really worried about that.
Into the future.
Yeah, you're really worried about the freshwater thing. Like, I've gotten like
very worried about it.
Texts from you about it in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, you wanted to be on a 3-way chat with Katie Rose, and it has happened because I saw on Instagram the thing about the hot cheese on the baguette in whatever country. I was like, this is amazing. I'd been looking for a reason to start a conversation with Katie Rose called Hot Cheese. As I said in the chat, I really want to do a hot cheese full cream tour of Europe. And now that I know that we're definitely going to run out of fresh water, I feel like we need to get a move on.
I think that's also called a no pooping tour of Europe.
Eat our vegetables all the
Or
rest
do
of
a
the time.
hot cheese cold cream tour of Europe, aka I don't want to shit for 2 weeks.
What? It would save us time. We'd have so much more time to get things done.
But then eventually we wouldn't be able to eat any hot cheese or cream because we would just be like,
And we'll come home.
that's when we know we're done.
You're literally full of hot cheese and cold cream. It is time to go.
That
Dinner.
group chat popped up on my phone last night, and I was so fucking confused because you like first thing it's like hot cheese. I'm like, what? And then it's like the first message is like a Instagram link to an Instagram post, and then you tried to do a FaceTime call by accident. And I
Change
was
the name,
like,
but I hit FaceTime.
this like what is happening? And so then I was like, who else is on this chat? And then it made sense. Did you look up the thing that she was talking about that she wants to get to take to parties? Or do you know what it is?
No.
I haven't looked it up either. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I'm pretty sure because they have one at Native Cafe now where it's like a half wedge of cheese and it like heats the top and then you like put it up and it like and then you like scrape the hot melted cheese off onto like bread or something. So, but maybe I'm wrong. So Katie Rose can
Sounds really good. We should definitely be taking that to parties.
yeah. Well, maybe when you come visit, I'll see if they're doing it at Native. But yeah, just carry my half a wheel of cheese. I know it
It
looks really.
ties to the bar. Who cares if we take hot cheese places? It's fine.
I just don't go to bars anymore. Well, no, that's not true. I went to one yesterday. I only go during the day now.
What else have you got on the?
I got like so as soon as Jude Law, I think, did really well in this. Like, other than maybe his accent kind of tweaking a few times.
His accent is really good, but it was not as good as Naomi Watson's.
No, Naomi Watts was great. Like, she was very, very, very good, but she really has a very small, like portion of the movie. But his faces, like when he does the like time out, like mouths the time out hand gesture when Mark Wahlberg's going off. Like there was a lot of really good physical comedy in this that I enjoyed. And like just subtle things. Like I think it was the subtle things that I enjoyed more, maybe, right? Like the chalk on Dustin Hoffman's jacket when he like turns around. The sex scene with Isabella Huppert, like that was just ridiculous. And I was like, this doesn't lead to
Russell is very good at making sexy things not sexy.
Yeah.
Not as good as Alexander Payne. Alexander Payne really hates people, but David O. Russell's pretty good.
I think there was some very poignant things in there too. Like when Jude Law says, "Why is having kids the ultimate performance of successful people?" And I guess it's Naomi Watts who says it doesn't have to be your performance, right? And so I did appreciate like watching shiny, pretty, perfect people kind of realize that they're empty inside. Because especially, and this is interesting too, because this movie was made before social media, right? Yeah. And so I think it speaks really well to that because that's only gotten worse in our culture and society.
Yeah. Well, the idea of planting garbage, right? That's what curating social media is. You're planting garbage.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And telling this single story, I think that to me is the most. Like that to me is like the biggest like, right? And well, other than the thing with like the parents, Albert's parents and the cat, like that was very like real and raw, right? And then I think talking to him about his brother and then making him realize how similar he is to his brother, but the fact that he tells that one story, oh my God, and then he throws up at that board meeting.
Yeah.
Like, so those
that's EMDR, baby.
Yeah. Oh my God. And just that whole thing, like, what's so great about depression and the bonnet? Like, you can't beat Naomi Watts and her fucking bonnet and her overalls. Oh my God. There's so many great things. I do think so. I have a student. I don't have him in class, but he's in my like advisory class. And he really likes to come and talk and ask me very big philosophical questions and like have long, like to eventually I have to be like, I love you got to get away. Like I have other things I need to do. And so I may recommend he watch this movie.
Sure.
So just to kind of help him think with someone who isn't me.
Well, and what's nice about it is, so like existentialism can definitely be seen as something that's very depressing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of existential cinema definitely can go there. So, like, to me, the ultimate example of that is Last Year at Marienbad, which is like a beautiful, cold, meaningless film about the meaninglessness of life and how it doesn't matter what you do, everything is futile and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but it's so fucking depressing. So depressing. And so, like, I like when existentialism goes more towards absurdism, because the point is, yes, life is meaningless,
Mm-hmm.
but have fun. Like, come on.
Yeah. Why the fuck
It's
not?
meaningless, so let's have a good time. Like, don't be depressed about it. Like, let's have a laugh. So I appreciate this movie for that.
Yeah.
And as far as the consumerism and the capitalism, I mean, Huckabees isn't a huge piece of it. Definitely, there is a concern about the whole open spaces project. Definitely reminded me of when I was volunteering for Susie's campaign and having to fight all the not in my backyard people, but also like they don't want anything in their backyard. They don't want anything to change, right? Like they don't want more bike lanes, but they also don't want a Huckabees. They just want it to be exactly how they want it. So that brought some things up. And then also, I think probably the most overt capitalist reference is at the end when the autograph hounds have Isla Fisher sign Naomi Watson.
Yes.
Like, you're interchangeable. We don't care. Yes. Like, you're just a commodity.
Yeah. Well, and even then, like, I do like, he does do a really good job of showing you that Albert and Brad are the same, right? Because, like, so Brad's planning garbage, but Albert was planning pictures of himself and his own poetry at that store,
right.
You know? So I do think it's good. I do think if anyone, like, has a problem with me in the future, or possibly I'm just going to make a shirt that says, "You can't deal with my infinite nature." I think that was a good one. And my final question: how do we get useless, mediocre white men to just sit around all day and smack themselves in the face with a rubber ball?
That's a great question.
Destroying humanity. Any thoughts on that, please?
They can't make money off of it. I think it's going to be a problem.
I will pay money to watch them.
They make a lot more money than what you can pay them.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
You gave your life so he can be an ornament for you. I worry about that one a lot. That's one I think about a lot with Elliot, is like just trying to make sure that I'm not using him as an ornament. I don't think I always succeed, but I think I'm getting better. Your silence.
There's hope a lot if you think he's not that great. Like, I think you think he's a lot greater than he is. Like, he's pretty cool, but great. And please remember, that's my philosophy about pretty much everyone. Like,
oh no, I'm not insulted by that. I mean, I think that your parents should think that you're greater than you really are.
I don't agree with that. I think that,
like, balance. Like, I think that there should be a level of like, oh, he's perfect. Like, I don't want to be like, he's perfect, nothing's wrong with him. Like, that's not healthy, but oh my God. Okay.
I think being able to see someone as they truly are in their reality and loving them and accepting them is one of the greatest things that you can do for a person.
No, I don't disagree with that. Well, that's it for this week's.
For listening. That was going to be our last bonus episode for capitalism, but we got one more, because it's going to come out after Black History Month, but I realized that was it would have not, if we hadn't had to do a bonus because I almost died, then the last episode of February was going to be Set It Off, which is a first watch for Ryan and I because we're real white. But that will be the final in the series of capitalism. And after that, we'll see what we do. What made you laugh? What made you cringe? Nothing. Everything. Everything. Nothing. Everything. What did we forget? What should we talk about in future episodes? Capitalism is ending. Not for real, but on the podcast. So tell us. We want to know your thoughts. Find us on Instagram and Threads at I Love You But Pod, or email us at iloveyoubut@gmail.com. Listener email and comments may turn up in future episodes. And hey, if you like us, awesome. We like you too. You're awesome. You're great. We see you as you are and we accept you. And we'd love it if you could see this podcast as it is and accept it and rate it, review it, follow and subscribe to the I Love You But podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for listening. I'm Heather.
I'm Ryan, and we wish you lots and lots of conditional love.